Overcoming the 6 non-Buddhist teachers. Damamukanidana Sutra, Chapter 13. A long time ago, in a place called Rajagaha, there was a king named Bimbisara. He had great respect for the Buddha and even became one of his disciples. However, Bimbisara's younger brother was different. He listened to 6 heretical teachers and spent all his money to support them. King Bimbisara repeatedly urged his brother to listen to the Buddha's teachings, but his brother refused and said, "I already have teachers, I don't need to hear the Buddha's teachings." Bimbisara didn't give up. Finally, his brother reluctantly agreed and said, "Fine! I will host a grand feast, and anyone can come. If the Buddha shows up, I will offer him food too." On the day of the feast, Bimbisara's brother invited the 6 non-Buddhist teachers and gave them the highest seats. But when the Buddha arrived, something strange happened. The 6 teachers kept trying to sit back in the high seats, but each time, they somehow ended up in lower seats, which made them angry and helpless. Then, when everyone was preparing to wash their hands before the meal, the Buddha politely invited the 6 teachers to wash first, but for some reason, the water wouldn't pour out. In the end, the Buddha and his disciples washed their hands first, and only then could the 6 teachers wash theirs. When it was time to eat, the Buddha let the 6 non-Buddhist teachers go first, but they couldn't even reach the food. Only after the Buddha and his disciples finished eating were the teachers able to eat. After the meal, the Buddha invited the 6 teachers to speak, but they couldn't say a word and could only point to the Buddha. When the Buddha spoke, everyone felt a great sense of joy, and Bimbisara's brother finally understood the profound teachings of the Buddha. Later, the 6 non-Buddhist teachers, still dissatisfied, went to learn more strange magic and wanted to challenge the Buddha again. Even Mara, the evil deity, came to help them, giving them more powerful illusions. The 6 teachers decided to challenge the Buddha once more, asking King Bimbisara to be the judge to see who was stronger. King Bimbisara tried to advise them, saying, "You are like fireflies trying to outshine the sun. You can never compare to the Buddha." But the 6 teachers wouldn't listen and insisted on the competition. On the day of the contest, the Buddha planted a small twig in the ground, and immediately, it grew into a gigantic jeweled tree, covered with golden fruit, emitting a fragrant aroma, and playing beautiful music that filled everyone with happiness. Seeing this miraculous transformation, the 6 teachers felt scared and ashamed. In the end, their pride and arrogance led to their failure. From that day forward, everyone held the Buddha in even greater respect, and the king's brother finally understood that true strength doesn't come from performing strange tricks but from helping others with compassion and wisdom. After that, everyone respected the Buddha even more and learned how to become kind-hearted people. Even the disciples of the 6 teachers turned to the Buddha and became his followers. Through his wisdom and compassion, the Buddha helped everyone find peace in their hearts and live a life of true practice.